Hey guys, it's Mecki from Match by Mecki. We are in the home stretch of The Bachelorette with Charity as the Bachelorette. And I am here with another recap to find out what went on in this week's episode. Let's get right into it. Stranger, it's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town. So first things first, the group traveled to New Orleans, my favorite place, because my best friend lives there. Shout out to my best friend. If you're watching, I love you, girl. But yeah, there's six guys remaining. So there's Doughton, Dotton. Doughton and Dotton is the same person. Xavier, Joey, Tanner, Sean, and Aaron. So those are the six guys that are remaining. It starts off with the guys just sitting outside of the Beignet Cafe. I'm not sure if they were at Cafe Du Monde, but it looks like they were at Cafe Du Monde. I didn't really even pay attention to the name, but that doesn't really matter. That's just me showing how much I love New Orleans. Okay, so here comes a horse and carriage picking up Charity in her first one-on-one date, which was Joey. Joey is my second place person. I am standing on that. But yes, he got the first one-on-one. Tanner was basically saying how he feels overlooked because he hasn't had a one-on-one with Charity yet, and neither has Sean. But we're going to get more into them in a little bit. Basically, Charity and Joey, they just walked through the town. They had like a card reader telling them about their future. There was a guy on the street creating poems on the spots, which y'all tell me, do you think poems are supposed to rhyme? Because their poems did not rhyme. Me personally, I like poems that rhyme. And then if not, it's just like, is this really even a poem? But I also remember one time when my son was in middle school and he submitted a poem and the teacher told him like, oh, this doesn't rhyme, and I was so irritated with her, so I called the principal. Okay, but that's a story for another time and another day. But yeah, basically Charity asked Joey how his family would feel. This is later at the dinner portion, how his family would feel about him bringing her home. I knew what she meant by that, but he was just like, oh yeah, they'll be happy, they'll love you and da 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 da. And she's like, okay, but yeah, how do you feel about interracial? Like, how do you feel about that? And that's what I gathered from how do you feel your family will feel. He said he's never dated a black woman before, but he doesn't think that will be an issue. Of course, that will be something he will. It's like a learn as you go or as you grow type of thing, or once it actually happens, like we gonna stand 10 toes down type of things, and I'm here for it. I feel like their relationship could actually work. He just seems like a really sweet and genuine guy. He did tell her he's falling in love with her. She said thank you. And I actually respect that, because each season when someone tells the bachelor or bachelorette that they're falling in love with them, and then the person tells them they love them back, and then another person says it and then they tell them they love them back too, I'd be like, now this is not cool. Like, you need to just keep it to yourself, even if you are falling in love with the person. I don't like when they tell multiple people that they're also falling in love with them. So I respect her saying thank you to Joey when he said that he was falling in love with her. Joey got the rose, of course, knew that was coming, and so there's no shocker there. Next, there was Sean and Tanner, who got a 2-on-1. Neither of them have had the 1-on-1 before, like I said. So basically, with the 2-on-1, one person is expected to go home while the other one gets the rose on the date. This time they went to the bayou, like did a little boat ride on the bayou, and then ate crawfish. The vibes were not vibing, okay? She let them know, I cannot give a rose out today. Like, I just need more time. Sean was in his feelings, like, why does she need more time? Like, I know how I feel about her. Why doesn't she, feel as secure and confident as I do about her with me. And it's like, Sean, you also have to understand your focus is only on her this whole time. Her focus has been on everybody this whole time. So her feelings are not going to grow as fast as your feelings have unless there's like automatic natural chemistry, which I believe she has with Dotun and Joey. So he was a little bit in his feelings about that. Before they left, well, when they were leaving the bayou and getting ready to go to dinner, Sean did come over and give Charity a kiss, and that was kind of awkward. I was like, "Ooh, just send him home now." Also, when she said she needed more time, this was at the dinner. She basically needed more time to figure out which one of them is a better fit for her. I was looking like, just send them both home. I personally feel like Tanner is a great. Sean is probably great too, but I feel like Tanner seems ready for something, even though he didn't get much screen time. I feel like I got the vibe that he's ready for a serious relationship. So I'm hoping he's cast on Bachelor in Paradise and he finds someone there, because I'm really looking forward to seeing him be matched and actually have a visible connection with someone. Um, oh, well, yeah. Last the next one-on-one date was with Dotun. And Dotun had a one-on-one date last week. And so, of course, Sean was in his feelings because he's like, Sean and Aaron were both in their feelings because they're like, well, she just had a one-on-one date with Dotun last week. And then Aaron was like in his feelings because he's basically feeling like, I lived in New Orleans, like I want to be able to show her around the city. And I could see where he's coming from, but I also feel like the producers are probably like, well, you already know the city, so let's let someone experience this as a new POV, as well as with Charity. So Dotun got the date. They went on a fun run, which I think I have a picture, so I'll insert it here. And on the fun run, basically, you get to just dress up really fun or quirky, and it's like a little marathon. Now, nothing about running seems fun to me, so that would not be a date that I would choose, but I'm glad that they had a fun time on the fun run. Dotun is still my number one. They talked about their relationship fears while they were out at dinner, and then he also told Charity he's fallen in love with her. To Dotun, she said, thank you. But I just feel like they would make such the perfect couple. So I'm really rooting for them. If she chooses Joey in the end, I will be fine with it too. But I just really am rooting for Dotun over here. Lastly, the second 2-on-1 date of the episode turned into a 4-on-1 date, with, it was supposed to be Xavier and Aaron. It turned out to be announced as a 4-on-1 with what are their names? Aaron, Xavier, and then again Tanner and Sean. Sean felt a way about it, okay, y'all? So he went to her room and he was just like, I have to talk to you about this. Like, I have to express myself. And he let her know how he was feeling. She was not feeling the same way he was feeling. So she was just like, I just don't think we can get there. And she let him go on home, okay? I feel like Sean was fun. I also want to see him in Paradise, or what is it, Bachelor in Paradise. So I feel like hopefully he will be cast on there. But yeah, Charity sent him home. The group day ended up just being the 3-on-1. So Tanner, Aaron, and Xavier. Aaron got the rose there. She pulled Tanner to the side and just let him know that she didn't see the connection there. So Tanner went home as well, and then Xavier also got a rose. So the next week is hometowns. That will be a hometown date for Dotun, Xavier, Joey, and Aaron. We will see how it goes. My prediction will be that Aaron is going home next week, and then, or do 2 people go home? If it's 2 people, then Aaron and Xavier. They've been calling him Xavier, So I don't know. But the same way I say Doughton, I think I'd be messing up Xavier's name too. And maybe it is actually Xavier. But whatever. So that was this week's episode. Let me know your thoughts on who was sent home, who you think will make it to the top 2. Do you agree with me that it'll be Doughton and Joey? Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching this episode. Make sure you guys like the video, share it with a friend, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for a new recap next week, y'all. We are in the final stretch. Like Blue Ivy, she like